To anyone who thinks that Hugh Jackman is absolutely amazing in all the Wolverine movies and that he'll never top him, you might as well change after watching Prisoners. Prisoners stars Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, Maria Bello, Viola Davis, Terrence Howard, Melissa Leo, and Paul Dano. And it follows two families who get together for Thanksgiving, and each of the family's daughters goes outside to play, and then suddenly they disappear. The rest of the movie is focused on the case and trying to get them back, either from Hugh Jackman's point of view, who is one of the fathers of the little girls, and then there's Jake Gyllenhaal's point of view, who is the detective. Now, I was looking forward to Prisoners the minute I watched the trailer. A lot of people didn't think this movie wasn't going to be very, very good, judging from the trailer. But for some reason, I felt like this movie, I think, is going to be very, very, very good. Better be calling me extremely smart because I was so right. And it was actually a lot better than I thought it would. As I mentioned in the opening of this video, Hugh Jackman gave the best performance of his career. I have never seen Hugh Jackman this good. And especially, I was never really played a role like this. Usually, he's pretty much just Wolverine. And then there's just a couple other movies like Les Mis, but pretty much it. But Hugh Jackman is such an awesome actor, and I think that this was the best performance I've ever seen from a male so far this year. If there can't be other better performances, then I think that Hugh Jackman deserves the Oscar, or at least a nod. Jake Gyllenhaal I thought was awesome in this movie too. Whenever he plays a cop, he's just awesome. I thought he did amazing in End of Watch, and if you guys haven't seen the movie, please see it because it's one of the most underrated movies I saw in 2012. And he was amazing in this movie too. I feel like he might get another Oscar nomination for this one too, but I feel like if anyone deserves it, I feel like it's going to have to go to Hugh Jackman. And the rest of the supporting cast of this movie: Maria Bello, Viola Davis, Terrence Howard, and finally Paul Dano from There Will Be Blood. I was so happy that he was in this movie. He did really, really good, by the way. I just want to talk about him for a quick sec because I love him so much. But he did very, very good in this movie, and I like how he really never played a character like this either. And I think he did a very good job. Overall, it was a great cast. And the writing is so sharp here. Definitely one of the best screenplays I've seen all year, if not the best. Possibly. This movie is 2.5 hours, and with a movie that is that long, it can be very, very hard to get the audience focused the whole time. I was on the edge of my seat and my eyes were glued to the screen the entire time. And that's a huge compliment for me because I'm a very impatient person. This movie had brilliant pacing. Brilliant pacing. And even when the movie was over, I felt like I didn't want this to end. I was having such a good time with this movie. The movie did actually frighten me a bit. Like, not like The Conjuring, how that was like extremely scary, but like this movie was just very suspenseful and very intense, and it was just, and a lot of parts were very disturbing and very messed up. They actually went a little higher than I thought it would with disturbing-wise. I was very shocked. I was literally on the edge of my seat the minute those girls were kidnapped. I was so focused on the story, and I really wanted them to find the girls too. I was like thinking, come on, find them, find them, find them. Oh, they could be here, they could be there. Oh, he took them, get them. I mean, when I first saw the trailer, I just really thought I was just going to be like, sit there the entire time, be as calm as could be, and be very interested. But during a lot of scenes, I was just like, come on, oh, get him right there. Oh, he's the kidnapper, get him right there. It was so awesome. And right when the ending came, I was just in complete awe. Like, I don't think I really talked for a good 5 to 10 minutes. It's very rare for me. Like, after I see a really, really good movie, I just, like, can barely speak. I'm just, like, thinking, like, oh my god, that movie was so good. But I'm, like, not saying it to anyone. I'm just, like... My brother and his friend even were just, like, sitting in the theater still, like, during the end credits. They were talking about the movie, pretty much. And they were just thinking, wow, that was amazing. And I completely agree with them. Overall, Prisoners is such an amazing movie. Please, go see this movie now. It's the only really big movie that came out this week. The rest of them are crap. But either way, you still need to see this movie right now. It is so amazing. And, sorry Place Beyond the Pines, but Prisoners is my favorite movie of 2013. And I know I was looking forward to this movie, but I really didn't think it would be Place Beyond the Pines. When I saw Place Beyond the Pines, I just went, alright, the movie's amazing. No movie's gonna top it. But Prisoners did. Congrats. So for the first time in my new grading system, I will be giving Prisoners an A+. Now, I'm not saying this isn't the only movie I gave an A+ this year, but I never reviewed them. So that is my review of Prisoners, guys, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And I'm Stringer. Go see Prisoners.